Yeah. Who this they can't believe it. New whip they can't catch me cruising. I came in my team bleeding.
Young jigger run it all one time. For a real hitter, put it on FaceTime. We gorillas, we be running.
There's one skill in life that everybody needs, and that is communication. In writing, in speaking. What I'm talking to you about today are not things you might necessarily Google and find in Google, because if it's marketing strategies, sales strategies, if you're good at putting in keywords in Google, which I will talk about, you'll find those answers on Google. But there are things that you learn in life that are part of you that you take through every stage of life. You will always write, you will always speak. That is something somebody is teaching to actually make money. First off, they had the knowledge. And then they assess tech tools to put it together as an information that is now available to the market, and they're making money off it. So can you learn that? Because either as a business owner, as a career person, you would use those skills. To learn Google skills, how to use Google Docs, how to use Microsoft Docs, they are free online. As our world continues to change, the one thing that will differentiate the poor from the rich is one, continuous learning. Continuous learning. The rich always have information at their fingertips. If they're not the ones doing the research, someone is doing the research and providing it to them. Where is the word headed? They always know. And so they are able to make decisions based on that side of success. You don't hear that part. You don't hear the challenges they had to face at scale. You don't hear the prices they paid to actually get the price that you are looking at. You're looking at, you know how an iceberg is submerged in water? You're looking at the beautiful ice on top. You're not seeing what is underneath. And quite frankly speaking, they won't tell you. If you get close, they might share it with you. But from an outside perspective, they won't share with you. Even in the Bible, when God told Abraham to move, did he tell him what he was going to face? Now, if you assess, if I ask you to assess yourself, chances are you won't even say fear. Especially if you're a very confident type. The chances are you will not mention fear. Because I know myself too, and I know I fall short in those areas. But then again, in this simple test, you prove that somehow you're scared of something that you might not actually be aware to even admit that you're scared of it. You're always scared of the next level. Regardless of how well you've done in the previous level, you're always scared of the next level. So think about this simple test. Think about the things we've talked about in this session. Think about the soft skills that I have mentioned. As I said, I didn't attach millions to it because money is a byproduct of you being valuable in the marketplace. I say it to my friends every day that if I decide to get a job today, I am very sure that I will get one good one I cannot regret. As a matter of fact, my first job came from me sending a Twitter DM to my boss. That's how I got my first job. My second job came from somebody who met me at an event recommending me. So I got my second job. And each job placed me at the forefront. The first one was for a recycling company. I was speaking at schools, talking about recycling and how to get partnerships with schools. So whether you're building your own business or you are starting a career, whichever path you choose, selling and marketing yourself starts with things as little as this. And confidence is a byproduct of you actually doing this. Because when you know what you know, it's kind of hard not to be confident to say it. Am I right? Be a sense of global economics. Commit yourself to continuous improvement. It might not be well today, but if you're committed to continuously improving yourself and telling yourself that you will find your way, that you will figure things out, you will continue to work until you get to that point that you need to continue to adapt and improve the things you know. The sky is just a stepping stone for you.
They don't show you that their economy is crumbling. They don't show you that the whole democracy they run is just a clown show. But they want you to come to the United States of America. That is why they market the good sides to you. Secondly, why people, Nigerians, feel they need to Jakpa is because of the white superiority complex. Nigerians are so they have this very low self-esteem that they now attribute the word development to whiteness because they believe that, well, if I don't, everything that Nigerians produce are bad. So the white man's product is what is going to help me in life. That is why Nigerians feel that they need to Jakpa, the white superiority complex. And then again, thirdly, is the romanticization of the idea of the make it quick in life. People want to Jakpa because they feel that they have high chances of making it very quick in US. They don't want organic growth. Nigerians just want to wake up one day and all of a sudden, boom, they are on Forbes list. They have money. But it doesn't happen that way. Come on. Think of big corporations in the US. They started small. No one all of a sudden woke up and blew. Think of corporations in Nigeria. Think of Flutterway. Think of Piggyvest. Think of Kuda Bank. There are lists of them that will show you that you don't need to Jakpa actually to be able to make it in life.
When you Jakpa, it's not going to be like that. If you go outside Nigeria, these white people or all these people outside, they drive joy in seeing people who have skills. Like skills are more marketable there, and skills are more in high demand outside the country than in Nigeria. And another thing, there is so much, let's say, there is so much competition in Nigeria that even when there is low competition, you still don't have capital to build your skills, because the funds that are supposed to make, like these funds that are meant for skills, the funds that are meant for adolescents and youth are being held by people in higher states, people in politics and other people. Then when we come down to the economy of Nigeria, that is the business sector. In the business sector, if you Jakpa, see, let me make a point. Those people in the business sector you see making it very well, seeing Dangote and Co. Most of them have one leg outside, and most of them have at one point or the other Jakpa. Then they did some businesses, and then when they saw that they are ready, they now came back to manage it. Because so most of them were actually outside, controlling the businesses, the business sectors they have. Then at a point, they decided to retire. They want to come back to their father's land and take care of the businesses that go. Then some of them didn't actually make it in Nigeria.
I know I am to teach you modern day business strategy. But if you take lessons from this story, you would see that as a young person, if you're going to thrive in today's business world, you've got to have something inside of you called courage. You've got to have something inside of you called confidence. So, maybe I would just say, this could be a building block for you. Events like this, teachings like this. Because we're used to an educational system that talks down our ability, our IQ, and what we can deliver. So I hope that at the end of this teaching, or during the course of this teaching, I'll be able to inspire someone, give them insights, give them confidence, and help them to hope for a better future. And what more? A wealthy life also. So I am assuming that many of you one day will start a business, or some of you are already on the business, even if you're going to be a paid employee or somebody who is working in-house. The product manager in my company, who builds all the applications we use, has his own company called Alta. His name is Adewale Damola. I met him when he was in 200 level. He was working for my company as a graphic designer. Started as a graphic designer, and I could see those times we had our home in Ikeja. He used to stay overnight. And the place we're using our old office in Ikeja, I like that place because of the light is 247. So sometimes our cost for floor per month would not go more than 5,000 because there's always light. So you see Damola in the hall. After graphic design, he started improving himself. There's a course Ebere Lisa talked about, UI UX. So he started with that. So I could see him go on YouTube. I could see him attend Christian meeting. Because then I used to sleep in the office too. When I got my office in Lagos, I didn't go to any house. I had a family house to build, but I didn't go there. I needed to build as an entrepreneur. I've always found city startup life. Let's all come together, guys, and build something, and let's sleep in the office and all that. So I had that mentality. So I would sit down online in the night, 12 midnight. He's there, studying UI UX. Today, he's our product manager. In the past 1 year, that same guy has gotten no less than, as an in-house staff, he has gotten no less than a contract of 10 million personally from me, CEO, to work for the company aside his own salary. He does 3 things in the company. He's a facilitator in one of our schools. I run an online tutor school like Udemy, and I call it the Masterclass of Africa, DABA and School. So the UI UX course, he takes it. Then he takes the graphic design course in the school, online, and he gets paid royalty. Number 2 is that he gets paid via salaries. Then number 3, when he proposes an app project for the company that his own company will service, he still gets paid from it. But he's an employee too. if you're going to try, so I wrote some things that will help you. Ebere has talked about skills. Get digital skills. They will help you thrive. They will help you thrive. You want to succeed in this era doing business. You've got to upgrade your skill at all levels. She talked about marketing. See, it was in Enugu here when my mentor talked about we becoming sellers for his books. So what I used to do back then was I'll wear my suit. My mom bought me a suit then. You know, there's a difference between suit and coat. There's a big difference. I started with coat. There was what my mentor dashed me there was coat. It used to wear me, I don't wear it. So big, shoulder pad. You know, and when they see you there, they call you man of God. You know, but when they see you on coat, on suits, hey brother, how you doing? That's how they greet you. So I was in school one time and my mentor told you, go learn how to sell this book. And it's from there you get your feeding money. Even though my dad used to send me pocket money per month. You know, even the Bible says, follow them who through patience, through faith and patience, obtained the promise. It's a strategy. It is. So you're year 2 today. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? They won't only give you strategy, they will also give you inspiration. Everybody say inspiration. No man be say, you don't know what a man carries until you give him necessary motivation. You don't know. The studio you're seeing today, that if you keep people talking DABA studio, was actually a picture I saw that was going viral on Facebook from Harvard University. A professor from Harvard University, I don't know whether she's a professor or an associate professor, during that COVID-19 wave in April 2020, when schools were shutting down, and schools were shutting down, but education was not shut down. So I saw this woman in the studio teaching her students back home. And as I saw that picture, I so loved it. It picked to my heart. I saved it on my phone. Not my new phone, the second one, I saved it here. I still have the date, the record, June 2020. And when I looked at the picture, I said, I'll build this. That's what I said. But 1 year after, I built something bigger than that, because our studio is world class. You launched it on Saturday. Your future is bright. You know that, right? Yeah. Your future is bright. Yeah. Say to yourself, my future is bright. Online education has actually made the whole conference thing, the whole COVID thing and all that. But I'm glad things like this are happening. Let me encourage you. Don't stop attending meetings like this. Don't stop. Online, offline, build yourself for it. Because sometimes I know as I'm talking, somebody might have gotten the business idea he wants to implement. Another thing you must do, you must be consistent in this game. Tell your friend you must be consistent. You could say today, you could learn all the skills at the end of the day, and the day you launch, you don't even make sales. I'm telling you, you could try out the formula, and at the end of the day, you're like, I thought Ebere said if I run Facebook ads, I'll make money. I thought Chris said if I post on WhatsApp, I'll make money. I thought when they organized the business summit and the pastor prayed for me, that every supernatural door will open. So what's happening now? It's as if they are closing. No, at that moment, what do? You keep trying. Entertaining people with your WhatsApp, very good. But I hope that you know that platform can be monetized to increase revenue for your one-man business. Or when your company, as big as my company is, we still use WhatsApp. There are times when, if I want to offer a discount offering now, we post it on WhatsApp before it gets to Twitter. Cryptocurrency is the only thing I have seen my portfolio go down 50%. Come back the next 2 weeks, 150%. Now, The truth is that what some people do at that junction, if you're holding a good asset, what some people do at that junction is if you did not set stop loss, okay? That's why you must know trading, you must know investing, you must know why you are buying. I tell people you don't buy cryptocurrencies and you just put all your money once.
In whatever field, in whatever skill that you are learning, you must be willing to pay for courses, you must be willing to learn, you must be willing to ask questions, you must be willing to be curious. The various skills you are learning, podcasting, some of you can communicate, you can talk, communication. Then do podcasting. Have you are good in a relationship, talk about it. Share free content on it. Do a live video on it on Facebook. Ask for people's problem. What are you going through? Solve their problem. And at the end, they will refer people to you. And if they do that, you tax them. You build them, rather. So in all the skills we've talked about, ability to monetize is very vital. Ability to monetize, to skill up, to monetize your skill is very, very important. Like I said, if you are not selling, you are only running a charitable organization. It's when you now have excess money, like, I want to invest in this, I want to invest in that, I want to invest. Like Chris will tell us how he started with $200 trading. He was patient with it, build it. From there, he made a lot of money. You can see he's having DABA studio, having this. Why? Because he started, learned how to sell, he was persistent, he was doing all of that, confident in what he was doing. So number one, in monetizing your skill, learn how to build. You must learn how to build. You're not going to monetize. You skill up, you learn all the skills. They've talked about the skill already. You must learn to build. People will not buy from you if they don't know you. You say, I don't want to go on Facebook Live. I don't want people to know me. Hey, they will not buy from you. Money follows attention, like I said. So if people don't know you, they will not buy from you. If people don't know you, they will not patronize you. If people don't know you, they will not refer you. So you must learn. You must know that you build. Then from there, you sell to people. It's easy to sell when people know you, people like you, people trust you. It's easy to sell to them. In selling to them, you are selling to them the benefit of what your course is doing. Another skill that is very, very important is conflict resolution. Companies are in need of people that can help them resolve issues that various corporations have. So you can learn that via Google, via YouTube, watch videos on it. From there, you start a webinar on it. 5 ways to end the conflict. Live video, go come and watch. Then from there, you organize a seminar, you bring other persons that are good experts in the field, you bring them in, they do that same webinar. From there, you can resell. That same webinar that you did, you can resell to them. You can even organize a session. Let's say talking about relationship or any other thing you want to talk about, relationship. Because one thing you must know as a youth is maximizing relationships. Relationship will give you what money will not. Everything starts and ends in relationships. Everything. Business is about relationship. Like she was saying that you wrote something that you are going to do. Meet the other neighbor, your neighbor that wrote similar things. So people did not stand up. That was just simply out of networking. You are good this, I'm good in that. Yeah, let's do a course on it. So it's relationships. You must, another skill that is soft skill that is also needed is relationship skill, communication skill. It is very, very, very important. Networking, you are networking with people. You are here in this meeting, you've not met someone before, collect the contact. The conversation. You are good in this. Why not? You can have someone that is very good in a thing. Let's say the person is good in web design. You can organize the training. He will come and speak on the class, how to do web design, all of that. At the end of the day, you guys will monetize and sell that same skill. I invited you to come and speak on my platform, so we are sharing this, let's say 50-50 on every profit that comes. You run an ad on it, after he has come to teach, you run an ad on that same course that he has done, then you shoot it out. You sell it out. 50-50, you don't even need to know the skill. You can just network someone that has the skill. From there, you guys will make profits together. What am I saying that you need to learn how to say? You know, guys, some people think when you're in business, you always make profit, you always make gain. But you need to know the story behind everyone's success. It's not always that rosy, but if you know how to sell and monetize your skill, or other people's skill, when you are doing business, you can be able to push money into it. From the same money you are making from affiliate marketing that you are doing, or co-hosting a course with someone, from that same money you can put in that same business you want to do. I want to start a food business. I want to start a transportation business. That's the money you are making from affiliate marketing, or from co-hosting a course with someone that you are selling. You can bring it back and make money from it, and invest that same money into any business you want to start up. So you don't have product to sell, like I said, it's Spanian. Get a course. From there you learn. Podcasting, there's this Audacity helps you to do audio podcasts. You start with that. So monetization is very, very, very important. It's very, very important. How do I get, like I said, I say money follow attention. How do you gain attention? One, by being around the right people. By being around the right people. Like I said, you have the average of the 5 persons you are around. If you are around people that don't push, if you are around people that are just lackadaisical, they don't want to push, they don't want to make profit, they don't want to make gain, you will remain like that. And the way the internet is now, I don't need to be close to you. You can be in the same house with someone, and someone that is in another state, you are more closer to the person than the person you are in the same house with. Video call, message, you are sending message, WhatsApp, you are talking to the person every time. So you may not have Krisani around you, but you can go to YouTube, watch his videos. Association. Listen to his podcast. Association. The right information. Like Krisani said, mentorship is important.
Yeah.